Hello friends. Many of you had asked how to prepare for CSAT for preliminary examination. So I thought of making a series of videos on the important topics that are necessary for CSAT. And this video will be about syllogism, and the subsequent videos will be about the subsequent important chapters that are necessary. And each video will be about one particular topic. And by the end of this series, you will have a compilation of CSAT topics that are essential for preliminary examination. So without any delay, we will go into the video. CSAT with Minds of Aspirant is what we will see in this video, and the first chapter will be on syllogism. I'll make each video on one particular chapter that is very important for CSAT, and I will use the questions that were asked in UPSC Civil Services CSAT for solving and explaining this one chapter per se. And we'll go to the first thing in syllogism. In syllogism, we should know a simple principle or three simple principles that we should know. Or first principle is sum A is B. If you think about it, representing this principle into a diagram would be a very essential thing in syllogism or solving syllogism. So this can be represented in this way, or two ways it can be represented. First is this. So sum A is B is represented like this. Or it can also be represented in the way that this is also sum A is B. This is A, this is B. So sum of A or this portion is not B. This can also in examinations like RBI, they may ask the same statement. The same statement sum A is B. As if you think about it, sum A is not B as well. So if you just look at it, sum A is not B as well. You can say that way also. But the second thing or the second important thing that you should know is all A is B. When there is a statement like this, all A is B, it is like you have to represent it in this fashion. That is, A is here, B is here. All, that is all of A. This is the whole of A is represented inside B. This is the meaning. All of A is B. But you should also know that some part of B is not also A. So this is also there. That is why representing in diagrams will help you in syllogism a lot. And the next one more last thing that you should know is no A is B. When something is given like this, it means that A is here and there is no connection with B. So these three principles, if you know, for a start, we can very well do the CSAT portion. And if you think about it, we'll go one by one. So I'll take the first question as from 2019 question. So 2019 question, the three statements, each statement that we have to represent using the diagram or the principle that I said, and only after that we should reach the conclusion. So only after that we should go and check the conclusion, and we should go for the assessment of our marking in the OMR. So we'll take each statement separately. So one statement. So first statement is some rats are cats. Look at the statement. Some rats are cats. So this is the statement. And this, if you think about it, uh, in syllogism, there is not one way of representation of all these statements that are given. We can have a, because see, all A is B or some A is B itself can be represented in two types. So we should be very cautious while marking this syllogism answer is that only after representing all these statements into different types of diagrams, we should conclude only after that. Before that, we should not conclude. In if one type of diagram that we make, if the conclusion comes, we should not immediately jump onto the answers and we should not conclude. We should actually put all the permutation and combinations of diagrams, and only then we should conclude. So for example, look at this point. So some rats are cats they have given, but then they have given some cats or dogs. So look at this, some cats or dogs. You can represent like this. So some cats or dogs. Next, they have given third statement. No dog is a cow. So for that, I can have a diagram like this. So this is cow. That is, no dog is a cow. I am representing like this. So now look at this. So first statement. Now no cow is a cat. Is this true? No cow is a cat. That is, it cannot be said. See this statement. No cow is a cat cannot be stated, because the diagram itself says that. See here. Look at this. This portion of cat is inside cow, and then no dog is a rat. uh, this diagram, let us leave that statement, because this diagram actually says yes, no dog is a rat, because rat is here and the dog is here. So it can be represented and it can be concluded. But as I told you, in syllogism, only after we finish off all the permutations of diagrams, we have to conclude and we have to put the answers. But now let us leave that statement. Now next, some cats are rats. Can it be said that some cats are rats? That is the statement which is there. So look at this point. So I'll mark it in green. Some cats are rats. So look at this green, or this portion which I am marking in the green, is actually meaning some cats are rats. So you can ask me this question, that you said that only after putting different types of diagrams we should conclude. Yes, we will put the other diagram, or the same principles or same statements can be represented in one more fashion, or we can then conclude. So now come to this point. So now some rats are cats. So look at this, some rats are cats. So this is rat, this is cat. And then some cats or dogs. Actually, it can be represented this way. It can be represented this way. And then you put one more thing, which is called as no dog is a cow. Okay, no dog is a cow. Okay, so I may have this as well, right? So no dog is a cow. So now come to this conclusion. Now see, no cow is a cat, or no cow is a cat. You cannot say that. It is see here also it is overlapping. No dog is a rat. That also you cannot say, because it is overlapping here. Some cats are rats. You check this point. Some cats are rats. Here also it is overlapping. So if you think about it, some cats are rats. Here also the green portion I'm going to shade here also. Here also it is overlapping. So in this whole conclusion, if you see, the first two statements in either of these two diagrams, it is coming true, but only this third statement is true in both the cases. Hence the answer is 3. This is why I said in syllogism, as many diagrams as possible if you put, and you should conclude the statement in both the diagrams, or as many diagrams as they are which are there, and only then you have to answer the question. Now come to this statement, or this is 2010 question paper. 2010 question, oh sorry, 2020 question paper. So same way, we have to represent it in a very easy manner. So look at this one diagram. So all cats are dogs. So how do you represent that? All cats are dogs. So as in the first principle I stated, all cats are dogs. So you can put it like this: all cats are dogs, like this. And then all cats are black. Okay, all cats are black. So I can put it this way. So now look at this. That is, all of them are black. So all cats are black. So now come to the conclusion. Now all dogs are black. Can I conclude this way? All dogs are black. From this diagram, yes. From this diagram, statement 1 is true from this diagram. And some dogs are not black. That is, some dogs are not black. From this statement, it cannot be said. See, from this statement, it cannot be concluded that some dogs are not black, because some dogs are already, or the whole of dogs are black. But the first statement, all dogs are black, seems to be correct here. So shall we mark conclusion 1 means no, now you should not mark, because there are other permutation and combination that we should apply for the diagram, and only then we should apply. So for example, look at this point. All, so like this you draw, all cats are, all cats are dogs. So look at this point, all cats are dogs. So like this you can represent, and then all cats are black. So all cats are black. So if you think about it, it can be represented this way. So all cats are black. So when you represent all cats are black this way, now you check the statement. So again, if you check the statement, all dogs are black. Whether all dogs are black, you check it here. No, it is not. See, this portion which I am going to mark in the red, this portion is outside the black. So this portion that I'm marking, this is outside the black. So it cannot be concluded. So as I told you in the earlier version, so earlier question, one is true as per the first diagram, but one is not true as per the second diagram. So if I may add here, only after concluding in both these diagrams, you should say conclusively that that statement is there. And already, if you think about it, already this some dogs are not black did not add up in the first diagram. So both these statements cannot be added together, and the conclusion reads neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. And if you think about it, this is a logical exam. If you think about it, what UPSC is doing is that they are giving the syllogism, means logic only. Logism is logic. But then look at this point, inside the hall we will be, because usually what they will give in C, both conclusion 1 and 2 they will give. But here look at this change of order that they have given. Even inside the hall, while marking OMR also, you should be logical. You should think, and this is what they are checking. Their presence of mind is what they are checking. They are not making you do any tough things. The presence of mind inside the hall is what counts in UPSC preliminary examination. And this statement or this question is from 2021. And how do you do that? Same. And in 2021, there are 3 questions from syllogism. And this is where we should target our as we many are worried what or how to clear this CSAT means. You should go for the things which are important, or practice important exercises like syllogism, practice them. So here look at this, some radios are mobiles. So like this you can put it, some radios are mobiles. So some radios are mobiles. All mobiles are computers. So if you think about it, I can put it this same thing in multiple ways, but I will put this in this fashion. All mobiles are, so look at this, all mobiles are computers. And some computers are watches. So if you think about it, I will put this way, because some computers are watches. So now look at this. Now look at, as I told you. So first we read that portion, and then we come to this conclusion, and we can make a assessment of it. Certainly, some radios are watches. Certainly, some radios are watches. If you think about it, this portion is certainly true. This portion, yes, using this diagram, it is certainly true as well. But then certainly some mobiles are watches. So look at this. Certainly some mobiles are watches means, if you think about it in this diagram, some mobiles. So look at this. Some mobiles are watches only. Same way. Second portion. See, this is the first portion. So both the statements. So both the statements read right using this diagram. So should we go for conclusion 1 and 2 means no, because we can diagrammatically represent this in a different manner. No, so we should think about how do you represent. Certainly some radios or watches if it is true. Certainly some mobiles or watches if it is true. We can so we should have a diagram in one other way. So one other way is, look at this point, some radios are mobiles. So like this you can have, this is radio, this is mobile, and then all mobiles are computers. So look at this, all mobiles are computers. Yes, this is true. And then some computers are watches. So I will draw here, some computers are watches here, because some computers are watches. This is some computers which are watches, so I will draw here. And if you think about it, now read the statements. Certainly some radios are watches. Look at this point, there is a discrepancy. This statement is not true here. The first statement is not true in this diagram. According to the first diagram, yes, it may be true, but according to the second diagram, it is not true. Certainly, some mobiles are watches. Now, again, look at it. Some mobiles, this discrepancy is there. The watches is in separate column. This is also in the second thing also. Second thing also does not read. And this is what I said by saying, because both the statements are, both the diagrams are as many diagrams as possible. If they are there, we should check them and only then conclude. And even in one diagram, if it is not true, we should take this conclusion. That is, neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 can be said with certainty. So this is how you should derive conclusions. And now come to this portion. This is also from 2021 CSAT. And same, how do you represent it? So some cats are almiras. So some cats are almiras. This is the way. And some almiras are chair. So some almiras are chairs. Okay, so I'll represent this way. All chairs are tables. Okay, so I'll represent this way. So all are represented. So tables, this is complete, all chairs. So because all chairs are tables only. So this is fully tables. So I'm representing this way. So now I will maybe one point I will check it and then I will conclude. Certainly some almiras are tables. Whether it is true from this statement, yes, one is from this diagram, it is true. Some cats may not be chairs. So here look at it. Some cats, yes, this is not true because chairs are here. So second statement also is true. Second statement is also true. You can ask me. So we should represent it in a different diagram and only then conclude. Yes, we are going to represent in a different diagram. So one more diagram is. So look at this point. So some cats are almiras. And then some almiras are chairs. So I can have this way. Some almiras are chairs. All chairs are tables. So I can represent it this way. All chairs are tables. So now again read it. Certainly some almiras are tables. Certainly some almiras are tables. Yes, see this point holds true here. This portion that I am shading red color, yes, it is true. So in this portion also it is true. And some cats may not be chairs. And if you think about it again, so look at this, again may not be chairs. So if you think about it, you can ask me. So one more, you can diagrammatically represent this in one more way. What is that one more way means? Look at this. Some cats are almiras. Some almiras are chairs. So look at it. Some almiras are chairs. Okay. Then all chairs are tables. So all chairs are tables. So one more thing. So now you conclude, now you check it each one. So certainly some almiras are, certainly if you think about it, certainly some almiras are table, whether it is true. Certainly some almiras, yes, see here, look at this point. Certainly it is true. Statement 1 is certainly some almiras are tables, it is true. And the second statement, look at it, some cats may not be chairs. So again you look at it, so some cats may not be chairs. So this portion, if you think about it, if you think about the portion that I'm marking with red, some cats may not be chairs, and this also holds. And if you think about it, in all the diagrams, see, in all the diagrams 1 and 2 are true. In all the diagrams that I have drawn, 1 and 2 are conclusively true, and that is what is the answer. And also, if you think about it, they have given may. So there may also be, if you think about it, they have given us not certainty. That is, may not be chairs if it is not certain also. But this is how you should derive answers using the diagram, and then fill in the answers in your OMR sheet. And then comes this portion, some greens are blue. So some greens are blue and some blues are black. So now I will read one. Some greens are black. Whether it is true, conclusion one does not hold true. In this diagram, conclusion one does not hold true. No green is a black. Can I say? And in this, the conclusion two also holds. It cannot be. That is, no green is a black, or it is also kind of true in this diagram. All greens are black. This also, this I cannot say. Three is wrong here. So 3 is wrong here. Statement 1 and 2 I can make out from this diagram, but statement 3 is not true. All greens are black, it's not true. All blacks are green, that also is not true. So from this diagram I can conclusively say these two are wrong. So one more, see, if I'm going to draw one more diagram also, and in that diagram also conclusion 3 and 4 comes, it means that they are certainly not true in the first diagram. So obviously those two you can remove. And the other diagram that I'm going to draw, one more diagram I can draw. Some greens are black. So some greens are black. So some greens are black, and some blues are and then some blues are sorry, some greens are blue. Sorry, some greens are blue, and some blues are black. So now read statement one. Some greens are black. Actually, it is true. Some greens are black. It is here. It's true. But no green is a black, can I say? So no green is a black. This third or second diagram, from the first diagram I can remove the third and the fourth conclusion. From this second diagram I can say that no green is a black. This cannot be true, because some portion, the portion that I am marking it as in the red is all some black is green. So that you can no green is a black is not a true statement. So three statements are now removed. Now there is only one statement, some greens are black. And from this yes, from the first statement, or from the first diagram, it cannot be said that some greens are black. But in the second diagram, no green is or some greens are black, we can say that. But as I told you, in both the diagrams it should be there. From one diagram you should not conclude that yes, we can make out something and we can conclude. No, both the diagrams it should be there. And hence, if because of not being in both the diagrams, you can safely say that there is neither conclusion nor conclusion 1 2 3 4, because neither all of them, if you see, some of them are not true in first diagram, second, and some of them are not true in second diagram. So this is how we should conclude in the syllogism. And if you think about it, please keep practicing them. Only when you practice, you will get good marks in syllogism. It is a very logical thing that you should do. And if you had liked this video, please do like it, share it, subscribe to Minds of Aspirant channel, and more CSAT videos if you want. The names of the chapters, what you want, you please put it down. I will try to make these chapters, and we would go one by one. And practicing CSAT chapters is a very essential thing. Many of you are have said that GS scores you have gotten better, but CSAT we are not able to get good scores. And the most important thing for that is to practice CSAT, and keep practicing. So each chapter we will practice one by share. There is a Minds of Aspirant channel or Telegram channel in the description. Please do like it, and you can ask all your doubts in that group as well. And thank you and all the best.